The economics. In today's world, a family of four can no longer attend a live sporting event at a reasonable cost. With the economic downturn several years ago, discretionary income became limited and leisure activities took the hardest hit. Families no longer have the budget or the means to enjoy most sporting events. According to Yahoo Sports, it costs an average of $443 for a family of four to attend an NFL game. This sheds light on how costly attending a live sporting event can be. Attending a sporting event comes with a number of added expenses that go beyond just the price of the ticket. Factors such as parking, concessions, and merchandise all add to the overall cost of attending a game. Some of these factors can be avoided, but the cost of parking is almost inevitable. According to TicketCity.com, the average cost of parking between the four major sports, NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB, is between $15 and $31. This cost alone can deter fans from attending their favorite sporting event. Many sports teams increase prices on an annual basis, while the purchasing power of the average sports fan has regressed in recent years. In 2011, the average cost for a family of four to attend an MLB game and pay various extras was $207, with tickets increasing over 340% since 1957. The poverty rate in the U.S. is 14.8%. With 46.7 million Americans falling into that category, according to a 2015 report by the U.S. Census Bureau. A study by the Federal Reserve released in May 2015 showed 47% of Americans could not handle a $400 emergency expense without selling a possession or borrowing money. To put that into a sports perspective, $400 would not get a family of four into a Dallas Cowboys game to sit in average price seats. As the cost of attending major sporting events increases, the attendance rate is going to continue to fall. Another challenge for stadium attendance is the current demographic that chooses to stay home rather than attending a live game. According to YouGov.com, 59% of Americans prefer to watch games on TV than be there live. Millennials are least likely to feel this way, with only 46% preferring the sofa, while Americans aged 35 and older are decidedly likely to stay at home. This is an issue for sports teams because the segment of fans that prefer to stay home and watch the game are the fans that are more likely to have the financial means to afford the high ticket prices. Although a majority of millennials would rather attend a live event, they are challenged with not having the disposable income to afford it. Increased availability of sport content. More and more fans are choosing to stay home to watch the game instead of paying upcharged ticket prices. Technological advancements in sport content have driven people to watching the game from the comfort of their homes. Television packages now offer a range of sport channels, which include every game the viewer is interested in. In the first half of 2018, Turner, ESPN, and CBS will all launch over-the-top streaming services for sports programming. These services will continue to deter fans from physically attending games. According to the Nielsen's National Television Household Universe estimates, the percentage of total U.S. homes with televisions receiving traditional TV signals via broadcast, cable, DBS, or teleco, or via a broadband internet connection connected to a TV set is currently at 96.5%, an increase of 0.5 percentage points from last year's estimate. This means a majority of Americans, regardless of their economic backgrounds, will have access to some sort of televised sport content. Along with an increase in sports programming, there has been a huge market for sports content through mobile devices. ESPN will launch a new mobile app this spring that will come with a subscription service for premium sports content. The service will feature an additional 10,000 live events to the roughly 16,000 that ESPN aired last year. Unlike Turner and ESPN, CBS plans to launch a free 24/7 ad-supported streaming service. It will be the sports version of its over-the-top news service, CBSN. With free sports content in the palm of your hand, the average fan will never be inclined to attend a live game. The increased availability of sport content through technology has made an immense impact on stadium attendance. Although the market for sports content has grown rapidly in the past few years, there are still new and innovative methods being created. The newest technological advancement in viewing sports content is virtual reality. In 2018, Magic Leap will finally unveil its mixed reality headset after years of stealth development. When the Magic Leap 1 Creator Edition ships in 2018, it will host a range of sports viewing experiences, including watching multiple sports events at once by virtually imposing screens in the user's field of view, while bringing the user's room to life with a stream of interactive statistics and a leaderboard. Sports viewing in alternative realities has been talked and experimented with for years, with Magic Leap finally launching a product after several years of secrecy and hype. They're sure to attract the attention of sports fans. This advancement in technology might have the biggest detriment on stadium attendance, as the viewing experience is unlike any other. As technology continues to create new and exciting ways for fans to view sporting events, the integrity of stadium attendance will continue to be jeopardized.
Declining stadium attendance in college football. American football has grown to become a highly influential part of the American society. Today I will be focusing on the intercollegiate side of the sport. The NCAA has a substantial number of passionate fans. This fan base has grown tremendously over the past decade. However, stadium attendance has been on a steady downfall over the last 6 years. As previously stated, the technological advancements in today's society have led to the decrease in stadium attendance. According to a press release from ESPN, during the 2016 college football season, over 179 million fans watched 100 billion minutes of college football games on ESPN's networks. Also, Fox Sports recorded its most watched college football season ever in 2016, with an increase of 11% in viewership. From this data gathered, it's clear that although college football is extremely popular, a large number of fans prefer other methods of watching the game and believe it is not necessary to experience the game live. Advancements in technology not only impact stadium attendance by making it easier to watch the game elsewhere, but they also offer other electronic entertainment options that fans may find more appealing. These options include Netflix, Apple TV, social media channels, video games, and on-demand music. However, competing entertainment offers do not have to be through the use of technology. It can be anything that distracts fans from the game. For example, movie theaters, restaurants, concerts, and museums are all competing for a fan's money that would normally be spent at the game. Let's take a look at just how much stadium attendance in college football has been dropping in the past several years. According to a CBS Sports analysis of NCAA attendance, in 2016, football bowl subdivision schools saw an average attendance of 43,106 fans per game, resulting in a 1% decrease from the previous year. The 2015 season also saw a 1% decrease from its previous season, and in 2014, we found a 4% decrease in attendance. After reaching its peak in 2008 with an average of 46,565, stadium attendance in college football has seen a 7% total decrease. The drop in attendance seen year after year has resulted in the 2016 season being the lowest average attendance since 2000, which was 42,631. While Michigan State University led the football bowl subdivision schools with an impressive average attendance of 110,468 fans, other FBS schools like Ball State University weren't so fortunate. They had the lowest average attendance of 7,789 fans per game. The Pac-12, being one of the top 5 conferences in football bowl subdivisions, had a 3% decrease in stadium attendance in 2015 and an overall decrease of 14% since 2007. Stanford led the Pac-12 in attendance decline by negative 12%, while Arizona State tied for second with a 9% decrease in attendance, resulting in an average of 74% of stadium capacity filled. Intercollegiate athletics, especially football, generate revenue from 3 sources: media contracts, ticket sales, and donations. According to a revenue report released by the NCAA in 2014, ticket sales and donations made up 41% of total revenue for D1 football bowl subdivision schools. Therefore, if stadium attendance continues to decrease, athletic departments may be concerned for 2 reasons. The obvious reason being a decrease in ticket sales and other venue-related revenue, while the other suggests a more long-term problem. If students enrolled in these schools are not interested in attending the games, it will lead to a decrease in donations from alumni in the future. So, declining stadium attendance leads to the decrease of ticket sales and donations, which make up 2 of the 3 most revenue-generating sources in college football.
Major League Baseball, the league that represents America's pastime. Founded in 1903 with the merging of the National League and the American League, it is also America's oldest professional sports league. Coincidentally, having been around a long time, their season also runs a long time. And with that long-running season, that means quite a lot of games, 162 to be exact. And from that, each team gets 81 games at home. More games means more tickets, and with high-capacity stadiums, that means you have a predicament with your supply and demand. In this past year, MLB saw its attendance drop for a third straight season, and even worse, it marks the 5th time in the last 6 years that attendance has dropped. 2017 marked the first time that the total league attendance dropped below 73 million. Teams that generally avoid that downward trend, for seasons at a time, are those that are either winning or are having a new stadium built. A study by Depkin in 2006 specifically notes a 13,308 person attendance increase in newly constructed stadiums. And an example that goes against this trend is the New York Yankees. The new Yankee Stadium opened in 2009, and their attendance that year actually dropped almost 8,000 to 45,918 from 53,070 the year before in their old Yankee Stadium. Furthermore, with the new additions to the team called the Baby Bombers such as Aaron Judge and mainstays in the side such as CC Sabathia, they've reinvigorated their winning ways in the past season. However, that didn't increase their attendance much that year. With an attendance boost that may sound good, it was only an attendance increase of 1,130 people. Another issue plaguing the rest of the league is large stadium size. With the average stadium size being 40,000, these venues are considerably larger than those of the NBA and the NHL. The teams on average have an attendance of 30,000 across the league, with the Dodgers selling 83% of their tickets in 2017 to have an average attendance of 46,492, and at the other end of the spectrum are the Tampa Bay Rays, who had an average attendance of just 15,670, which equates to just 45.6% of their total season tickets being sold. From this data and from the aforementioned points, the biggest issues contributing to a low attendance are technology enhancing the streaming services, and the high number of tickets and the high availability of said tickets, along with the high number of games in very long-running game times. And it's very tough with stadiums as having such a high capacity as they do. And additionally, an aging fan base. According to Nielsen ratings, 50% of Major League Baseball viewers are 55 and older, which is a jump in 41% from the previous average age in 2007. With aging fans, Major League Baseball has faced a challenge to push their younger fans. In an effort to do so, they signed a deal with Facebook to stream games. However, it is only 25 games, and Facebook has obviously been running into a lot of legal problems lately.